In 2022, Warren Buffett will be valued at $100 billion, and he comes in at number 6 on Forbes' list of the world's richest people. But did you know that he wasn't even a millionaire when he was 50 years old? When he was 30 years old, he earned his first $1 million. He didn't reach the $1 billion threshold until he was 56 years old. Then, how did he become the richest person in the world? There is an easy solution. The majority of his earnings came after he turned 60. Therefore, if you are a 20 or 30 years old adult who believes it is too late for you to achieve financial independence, watch this video where we discuss the method Warren Buffett utilized to topple the Forbes billionaire list. How does that relate to money management? It is also possible for you to succeed. Now let's get started. Number 1. Learn to delay gratification. Living in a low-income family reduces the certainty of daily life. Today's food may be good, but tomorrow's food may not be. You should consume any ice cream that is in the refrigerator soon, since you never know when your parents will bring you more. You can't trust them even if they say they'll receive more the following week, because they've broken similar promises in the past out of necessity. As a result, you learn to favor little rewards now rather than waiting for bigger ones. Instead of putting aside 20 or 30% of your income for savings, you spend it at restaurants, on new clothes, or by going out with your friends more frequently. Although you would initially feel wonderful, you will never save enough money to be financially independent, and you will continue to work a 9-to-5 job until the end of your days. Learning to postpone gratification is the first step to conserving money, and that's how Warren Buffett became so wealthy. Even though he reached the $1 million threshold at the age of 30, he continued to live frugally while investing the rest of his money. He also didn't start driving a brand new car or taking lavish vacations. And as time went on, the power of compounding caused his net worth to soar. That doesn't imply that you should lead a frugal lifestyle forever. To create a sizable enough investing portfolio to generate enough passive income, you need to generally set aside 20% of your income if you want to save enough money to become financially free. Number 2. Control your cash flow. It's odd that some people wish to cut expenses, yet have no idea what their spending patterns are. This is a typical budgeting method. I make this amount each month. About a third or half goes to pay the rent to my landlord, and the rest I will progressively spend over time. There are numerous ways you can save a lot of money by being aware of where exactly your money is going. But you will then wonder, how on earth did I spend my entire paycheck at the end of the month? Even if you don't have to get too specific, at least have a general idea of it. Establish a particular budget for food, transportation, and other expenses, and check it to see whether you're sticking to the plan at the end of the month or every week. If you haven't already, you should cut back on your spending. Number 3. Live to a different city. When you're a teen or even an adult, you only dream of living in a city. You interact with many characters and travel to various locations, and everything moves quickly. You ought to be having fun while you're still young, right? The issue with that is that even if you're making twice as much, you would still struggle to make ends meet because downtown living has become so expensive. Rent alone will probably consume half, if not more, of your income. Moving to a more affordable city or to the country is thus one of the best ways to cut costs and save a lot of money. Some may find it impossible since they need to be at work every day, but right now, we have a great chance. If you can complete your work online, your employer will be more than pleased to permit you to do so. Of course, if you work in sales or are heavier than average, you might not be able to accomplish that. However, as the world tries to instantly go digital, here is your chance to accomplish something online. Just think about investing the money you would save by halving your expenses. Number 4. Set your savings goals clearly. Especially if your savings are already in the tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, depriving yourself of the pleasures you can afford is difficult. Most people's issue is that they don't clearly understand why they wish to save money. Do you aspire to financial success? Do you aspire to financial freedom? Do you wish to make sufficient retirement savings? Not everyone desires to lead a life of extreme austerity in order to be at the top of the Forbes list at 90. Say you want to spend your golden years on an island in Southeast Asia. With as little as $12,000 in passive income per year, you can accomplish that. Spend some time considering your specific saving goals before putting any of the tips we cover in this video into practice. Then, depending on that objective, determine how much money you must save and how long you must do so before putting the advice we've been giving into practice. Number 5. Car is not an asset. Since cars are ideal for 96% of the time, they are the least efficient form of transportation. You will only utilize your car between 10% and 20% of the time, even if you travel regularly. But you still need to pay for insurance no matter how frequently you drive. You need to switch things up now and then, perhaps the tires, because it's summer. When you first purchase a car, there are just so many costs associated with it that you don't consider, including paying for parking. When you do the arithmetic, having a car is not as cost-effective as it initially appears to be. And chances are that you concur with me if you drive a car. Additionally, the time required to handle it is a hassle in and of itself. It's not just about the money. Of course, if you have kids and live in the country, you have to drive them to school. Then perhaps purchasing a car is the best course of action. However, it usually results in a hole in your wallet. Number 6. Cook at home. I've attempted to cook at home more regularly since the epidemic started and have stopped dining outdoors as frequently as I used to. And trust me, I've saved a ton of money. For a lot less money, you can prepare wonderful meals at home. While preparing meals at home isn't always enjoyable, if you understand how to do it and practice for a while, it becomes really simple, to the point where you can do it faster than a delivery service. One of the better outcomes of this pandemic, in my opinion, was that I discovered how much money I could save by cooking at home. Number 7. Wait another day to make a major purchase. Every time we want to make a large purchase, we begin by persuading ourselves that it is a sensible decision by giving ourselves several justifications. Although your car is in fantastic working order, it is outdated. You start persuading yourself how this new BMW will improve your life, even though you don't have to lease a new BMW. Your friends will look up to you. More people will be drawn to you, and so forth. You experience a dopamine rush after purchasing the BMW, but you didn't have to. I've discovered how to escape that dopamine trap. Wait a day or two before purchasing anything pricey, whether it be a computer, car, or a smartphone. You may want to buy it if you still feel that it is necessary after a few days. I want you to remember that money is a resource that should allow us to enhance the quality of our lives as I draw to a close. When you are unhappy, having a large sum of money in your bank account serves no purpose. Keep in mind that you can only save so much money. You can only go so far before you have to stop to put food on a table and pay rent. Since there are no restrictions on how much you can earn, the best course of action would be to concentrate more on increasing your income. Now it's your time to share with me your preferred method of money management. That's all for now. We hope you enjoyed yourselves and learned something new. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of our videos. Click on our previous videos and learn 8 profitable business concepts for the economic crisis of 2022. Or click on How to Build Wealth from Scratch, the system that works, to keep your knowledge growing.